Menu narration option is set to off.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First carry here for Joe Mixon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And able to find Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Cincinnati Bengals.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
2-yard line.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
4 yards.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun again to Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play call, and you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Well, officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 19-yard line.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Wanted Tate, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry from an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
The numbers for Zeke from last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary.
Down at the 30.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Ezekiel
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
down, Dallas.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long.
Cowboy ball carrier.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
A gain of a yard.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
At the 38-yard line.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Now this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is Tony Pollard. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens. This is all still subject to change.
No, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
A first down throw for Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
At the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because The receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete.
Prescott's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week, they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The ball carrier.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Tony Pollard, the ball carrier.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside 5.
That's good.
11 yards there, first down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Burrow on first down. Open man, Erickson. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. That's complete right around the 8. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. C.J. Uzomah as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Pollard. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it'll be second down. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
A gain of 27 on the play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. So we read. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Bengals 21. Cowboys 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now Pollard. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Cowboys take over first and 10. At their own.
Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Got it here at the 29 on second and 8. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give them a good 10 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
36 yards.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points. And
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tate, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Cowboys take over first and 10. At their own.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his...
There he goes, Amari Cooper. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
Complete.
A big play here for Dallas. 67 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
On the return, Phillips. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap? And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
On second down, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And Tate's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The sack there by Tyrone Crawford shooting in to make the play. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Bernard, the ball carrier.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. It's second down.
It's second down and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to Michael.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Running with Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th and short, they had the ball right at the midfield stripe. Was curious what they were going to do. Turns out going for it, the good play.
Reminded me of a conversation we had yesterday before this game where you said, you know, it's interesting about the NFL nowadays. Oftentimes in short yardage situations, they throw the ball. In the old days, they would run it. That was an old school call right there.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
second down, here's Mixon. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll get this complete to Erickson. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Once again, they run with Mixon. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cincinnati, it's an important win for their playoff hopes.